What I'd like to speak about today, I'm looking through my library that I have in my home, and there was an old book. It's actually called Secret Wisdom. It's actually written by the Society of Christ. It's actually where it was written from. And the Society of Christ was a place that was I had a list of priests that were actually running this from the Catholic Church. But they had a list of principles that they actually read every day like we do, and we Sunday read our principles. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to kind of give you an idea of what they were reading and what we read every Sunday. Ours was, we are Christian spiritualists, recognizing God, the infinite intelligence of the Father, Jesus Christ, as Nazareth, the Lamb, Son of God, is the greatest teacher, medium, standard bearer of the truth the world has ever known. But theirs was, we believe in an infinite intelligence whose wisdom, its power, is reflected in nature, and which the human soul recognizes as the love and goodness of God. Both of these, we are putting our energy towards infinite spirit, infinite intelligence. We're putting ourselves towards, how's that? Putting ourselves towards infinite intelligence, divine. These first two verses kind of tell us that we are divine. That's who we are. We're divine. We are connected to the divine energy, the intelligence, divine intelligence. That's what these two are telling us, that we should accept that in our lives and prepare that in our lives, because that is who we are. We are divine. And we are propelling ourselves towards higher consciousness every time we work with things or put things in our vibration to raise our consciousness. We are moving higher and higher into the divine. Second one, we believe the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. Theirs was, we believe that the foundation of our prophecy are found in the Holy Bible and the wisdom teachings of all the great religions. If we believe in our religion as spiritualists, and we have that connection in being a spiritualist, we believe in all religions, that all religions are connected. They're all vibrating themselves towards each other at different rates. Every religion has its truth and where we are going. But there is not only one path to the spirit world, there are many. As Jesus said, I go to prepare a place for you. There are many mansions in the spirit world. I go to place a place for you. Doesn't mean you're going to one little place and stand there in a little corner and wait for somebody to come get you. There are many places in the spirit world for us to dwell. So if we're finding that the philosophy that we're teaching, whether this religion, other religions, is a philosophy that we need at this time, in this incarnation in our lives. We need that within this lifetime to allow us to be us. Be you. You might not be that certain religion this time or move into something else this time because it's not who you are. And you need this. You need a certain religion. If we only needed one religion, there'd just be one church. One belief system, one situation, one vibration, because that's all we would need. Everyone just need that one direction, that one vibration, but we don't. We're raised different, and things happen in our lives that bring us to different consciousness within our own being, and trying to find the energy that we personally need. Third one is we affirm the correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitutes true religion. Their third one is a little bit more longer than ours. We believe that keeping metaphysical understanding of the aforementioned teachings give profound insight into knowledge. The knowledge to be increased by the diligent effort of the individual through study and meditation. We're both talking about understanding. Both of them are talking about understanding of where you are. It isn't like Spirit wants you to just sit and believe what is being taught to you, but for you to go through the teachings and allow yourself to have that understanding of them. I could sit here and tell every one of you what it means to me. What it means. But you go, no, it doesn't mean that to me. No. I don't get that. So you have to realize that you are going to have your own understanding of how the text, the books, the vibration reach to you. I did a class the other day on Bible readings for spiritualism. Well, my mother used to do that. She used to walk up to you and say, turn the Bible to 3 places, mark them. And without those 3 places you turn the Bible to, she would give you a reading about your life. Because it's how she understood what those passages meant to her. So when you moved and marked those passages in the Bible, subconsciously that is what she wanted her to look at. That's what she wanted her to see. And that's where she would give you the message from. She did that a lot in the Bible Belt of the United States. Because they would come get a reading with her as long as she was using the King James Version of the Bible. Had to be King James then. Had to be. Could be any other version now. That New Age version, they didn't want that. King James. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We believe that religion and science have given an indestructible evidence of the continuity of life after the change called death. Each one says the same thing, just a different word, a different vibration, a different situation. But it is telling us the same thing. It's telling us that we do exist in the spirit world. We leave this world, we live there. Through mediumship, through divine inspiration, we have our connections. And I know when people have their dream state or their meditative state or their vibrational life, there are things that happen and you never forget those. When you finally, you touch the spirit world, you go, oh, I was there. You never forget that vibration. You never forget that moment that spirit touched you. It could have been years ago, but boy, you can bring it up just like that. You're like, I was there. So you have that inspiration, that vibration of God. We believe in the highest, we affirm that communication with the dead and the so-called facts have been proven through the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that communication with the next expression of life is constantly being demonstrated through the phenomena of mediumship. Even this group of priests, of Catholic priests that wrote this book, believed in what we did. This was their principles as they read in church every single Sunday. So they believed in the mediumship. They believed in this whole vibration. They worked with it, and they gave readings. They did what they had to do. So we do get that connection through spirit with mediumship. And some people think that spirit has that little vibration, you know. It'd be awesome if spirit walked up and said, hey, good morning. My name's Joe. Could you tell him Joe's here? You know, I passed away a few years ago, 1976, July 4th. Tell him that. They don't do that. It's like they're throwing breadcrumbs all over the room when you're trying to pick things up, trying to make sense of what they're trying to show you. So it's through symbols, through feeling, through clairvoyance, through clairaudience. It's what you try to piece this whole story together. When I teach mediumship, it's CERT, C-E-R-T, communication, evidence, reason you're here to tell a story. So through communicating with spirit and gathering the evidence they're trying to give you, and the reason why they are here, then tell a story. So you got to pull all that information together to tell a story. Tell an understanding. The person can understand you. Can understand what you're trying to tell them. If you just say something and then they go, God bless, they're not going to understand what you're trying to tell them. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the Golden Rule. Every single religion has some kind of law, some kind of form of Golden Rule within it. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the Golden Rule. That's all they said in this set here. But we have an individual responsibility for the individual, and we do make our own happiness or unhappiness. If we become miserable in our lives, then everybody around us will become miserable. If we bring our higher vibration and enter the room with a high vibration, people want to hang with us. People want to be around us because now We have a higher vibration. If you walk around saying, woe is me, you're going to get that energy that you're going to propel within your life. It's how you see your life, how you envision it. Sure, things are going to happen in our lives. Things are going to not go as well as we think they should. Things are not going to go that well. But it doesn't mean that you can't keep looking at higher ground. There's a story many years ago of a shipmate went all the way up in the crow's nest, up on board a ship. And he started looking down at the boat. And the old sailor on the boat kept saying, look aloft, look aloft, look up. As long as the sailor was looking at the boat down below, he was getting seasick. But when he looked up, that sickness left. In our lives, we have to look aloft, look up. Don't look at the situation, look up. Look at higher vibration. The more you think it, when you keep thinking it, it will happen. Think health, think whatever you want in your life so strongly that your body has no other option but to comply. That's what you should do. Think so strongly that your body has no other option. We affirm that the doorway of reformation is never closed against any human soul here or hereafter. We believe in the moral responsibility of the individual and confirm the metaphysical principle of self-discrimination through the free will choice of actions. So, free will choice of actions. Door of reformation is never closed. We have to realize that in this lifetime, a lot of things happen in our lives that really not meant for us. We just happen to be traveling down a bad street, going through a bad neighborhood, got beat up a little bit. Things happen, but it wasn't really for us. We were there for the group, the metaphysical universal energy. We're all part of the universal energy, whether we believe that or not. We're part of it. We're part of that whole universal energy, and we're playing our small part. Wherever it is in the vibration, wherever we're supposed to be, we are playing our small part. Now, your small part might be just to affect the masses from your actions. You might not think it worked out as well as it should for you, but it did work out for the universal energy. Worked out for that. Brought that to where it needed to be. So allow yourself to look at it. Sure, things happen, they're bad. But then move forward. Look at higher ground, look aloft. Figure out where you need to be there, because door to reformation is never closed. Never closed. The reason it's never closed because a lot of the situations in your life were chosen to help the metaphysical universe, the metaphysical energy. That's what it was there for. Not to make you crazy. We have enough people. We're born in families and situations, and we drag people in our life that are probably a couple of shakers loose in their life. So we can say, oh my God, we need to take care of these people. Sometimes we just have to say, you know, God bless you, but could you just move over there? Could you move just a little out of my direction? Especially if people are talking, woe is me. Oh, it's just so terrible in my life today. Or they're being very negative. Just give them a wide berth. Don't allow that energy to overshadow you. Don't let it allow it to be part of your vibration. Just give it a wide berth. Let it be. Move on. No sense of you allowing that to take root. Once you take root, then it starts to grow in your body. And once it's grown up enough, it's so hard trying to get rid of it. So now you get all these negative people circling you. You've allowed them to be here. And the energy keeps filling into your vibration. You want a clear house? Figure out who's the negative people in your life and just give them a wide berth. Be nice to them, be congenial, but give them a wide berth. Change the energy flow that's entering your being. And the door to reformation will never close. We affirm that the practice of prophecy is authorized in the Holy Bible as a divine. So, we believe that the possibility of reformation is never closed anything. We believe that a man with the help of the spiritual world can unfold the gifts of the Spirit spoken of in the Bible. That the truly religious man is forever incarnated in God's power to serve, to heal, to see on other planes, and to guide and comfort. That is what they wrote for the gifts proven through mediumship. We are here to see into other planes of existence. We're here to heal. We're here to talk to spirit, to connect to our higher self. Every one of us is connected to our higher selves at every moment of every given day. Every moment of every day we are connected to our higher selves. We might not realize that we're connected, but we are. Constantly blessings and things are being said about us, raining down upon us from the spirit world. We get those inspirations, those little insights in our lives, and that is spirit nudging us in a direction that we should be in our lives. They can't force you to move in that direction, but boy, they can nudge you a little bit to try to get you in that direction. We have to believe that we deserve it. That is the major key to all religions that I deal with in my life. We have to believe that we deserve it. You have to believe that you're good enough to be healthy, good enough to have the prosperity or the good relationships in your life. Some of us are like Mother Teresa, and we're tattered and torn, and we're still taking care of these crazy people. We are. We're just kind of saying, oh no, it's my lot to carry. This is my cross to bear. Sometimes we just need to pack the cross away a little bit in the box, kind of change clothes and walk off in a direction. Whoever follows you, but cut your own path. Cut your path for you. People will follow you. People will see your light. They will follow you. They will connect to you. But if you don't follow your light, your own personal light, your light, wherever that might lead you, follow that. And that has to deal with the gifts. If you have a gift in your life, to focus your intent on that gift. Whether it's healing, whether it's speaking, whether it's automatic writing, maybe it's mediumship, healing, whatever your gift is. Focus your intent on that. A gift was given. It was put in your vibration to use. Focus your intent on the gift. Then other gifts will be forthcoming. Focus your intent on that. You might want other gifts right away, but you need to focus your intent on the gift they are giving you. We affirm that all our precepts, principles are made possible through mediumship and prayer. We believe that man is no wise limited, save as to limit himself, that the highest and the best is available to all who will strive through devotion and meditation, for it does not appear that we shall be. What appears in our lives at this point in our life, is not where we shall be. The door is never closed. The reformation situations in our life are never closed in our lives. We are always, what we see now, what appears in our life now, could change tomorrow. Could change tomorrow. So if you get so entangled with the situation in your life now, is that vibration going to bring you to where you need to be? I always tell people, what do you got in your life now? Does that serve you well in the next 4 years? Does it serve you? Does it serve you well? If your consciousness says, no, it doesn't serve me, then try to change it. Try to move it. Try to reorganize it. Sure, you might fail trying to move forward. You might fail at something, but don't quit. Maybe that pathway you were choosing, it wasn't the path you were supposed to take at this moment. Maybe it wasn't. Don't get discouraged. Another path will open. See what door opens. Knock on the door will be open. Ask and you will be received. I've always believed that in my life, that if I asked and I knocked, somebody's going to answer. Somebody's going to try to tell me what I should do. I've been in spiritualism. I had a lady tell me the other day that I've been doing readings for her for 50 years. Marie looked at me and said, oh my God, Lou, it's time to retire. But the question is I've been doing this a while in my life. And I've been through a lot of modalities, a lot of different religions, a lot of stuff through my life. But every religion has its upliftment, its balancing. Still got people over in the corner fighting. Every religion has that, every vibration has that. But as long as we kind of just move through it for our endeavor in our lives, we can help people along our path, along our vibration, and God bless us, drag and pull them with us. But I don't go out of my way to tell people that, oh my God, I can help you. I don't run halfway across a restaurant and say, oh, I've got a reading for you. Let me tell you what I got for you. I don't even tell people that I go to do a healing with. If I notice somebody needs a healing, I'll just walk up to them. If I know them, I say, you know, you just need a hug today. You know, you just need a hug. And I give them a hug, and I send the energy into their vibration. Now, if they're going to use it, they'll use it. If they don't, so it'll go somewhere else. It'll affect somebody else's life. The energy is not wasted. So, the vibration with this is we are here to expand, to move to a higher sense of consciousness constantly. What are we supposed to do? We're not supposed to sit stagnant in a pool of water going, oh, Jesus will come, somebody will come get me. Well, maybe he forgot where you were at. Maybe you're going to have to get out to the road. Can't sit back in the woods because they might not find you. That's the joke I think is kind of cute that somebody told me years ago. Lady went in the emergency room, they took her up to her room, and she was supposed to die, but the doctor came in and says, my God came into the room and said, we're going to let you live. So all of a sudden she had, while she was in the hospital, she had a facelift, tummy tuck, she had everything fixed. Suddenly it was just all fit to be tied. She got dressed, started leaving the hospital, and got hit by a bus. Went to Spirit, and she said, God, you said I was going to live. He said, I didn't recognize you. So sometimes if we don't make the effort, when I speak to Spirit, I make the effort every night to meditate, to get quiet, to speak to Spirit. I do it every day. There's places at 8 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock that I meditate where hundreds and thousands of people are meditating around the world. So I meditate at that time. I give prayer to a whole large consciousness that goes through the world. So if we allow ourselves to be part of the higher consciousness, not the lower vibration, not to dwell here, not to come dwellers at the well. Oh well, this is going to work. If you keep saying it's going to happen, pretty soon Spirit will go, if you want it, here you go. Boom. Then you go, well, I don't want that. Spirit says, you don't even ask it for it. Here you go. Here it is. That's why I always tell people, ask yourself, is your life beneficial for you in this moment? Is it? Is it beneficial? Do you need to change something? And the best thing I heard from my guide Lucerne was very simple. Get quiet in your mind, say, Spirit, is there anything I've missed? Anything I personally should be doing? Anything I should be putting in motion at this point? Could you please show me? Give it about a week. See what's repetitious in your life. What are your guides trying to show you? If there's something you need to change, look at, or fix in your life, they'll show you. You might fight them tooth and nail because you want to keep it. But sometimes we just need to cut our own little path through the woods with our own machete. And every once in a while we got to turn around with that machete and scare a few people that they don't follow us as we make our way through the woods. Because sometimes we think that we're going to be Mother Teresa, we're going to be Florence Nightingale, we're going to nurse these people back to health. Sometimes we've done all we can do for them, remember that. Sometimes somebody has to step up and take them the rest of the way. We have done our due diligence in vibration. So when something's not working out with someone and it's continually not working out with them, somebody will stop and pick them up. Somebody will take care of them. Not your job. You've done your job. Move on to something else. Move to where it fits the vibration for you. So I hope today that you guys understand that all the declarations of principles, even through Church of the Castega, this church, other churches I go to, the principles kind of are a little bit different, but they all are all the same. Whether it's in any other religion, any vibration, I've got Declaration of Principle from Taoism. I kind of read a little bit different than ours, but they're about the same vibration. So the question is when we look at these different modalities, we come to an understanding that we're okay. Everybody else kind of believes the way we do. Just might not exactly the same way, but hey, we're there. I've always believed that the religion that I picked in my life was something that I needed, that will take me to where I need to be. Where in the spirit world I'm going just yet? I don't know. But it's going to be pretty decent. It's going to be pretty decent when I get there. So the question is, when you decide what you want and what you need in your life, it's what you will receive. Knock and the door will be open, ask and you will receive. And I want to thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was so special.